Episode 1. The proposition's rain fell like ash that Monday evening, painting the glass of the diner window in streaks of gray. Inside, the smell of burnt coffee and old oil hung in the air. Amara Vale sat in a cracked leather booth near the corner, her fingers wrapped tightly around a paper cup as if it could somehow keep her steady. The air outside had turned cold quickly that year, as if the seasons themselves were impatient. Just like the notice she'd received that morning, final warning, eviction in 7 days, and just beneath that, an email from the state, custody hearing rescheduled, decision pending. She didn't need a translation. She was about to lose everything. Miss Vale? The voice pulled her from the fog. He stood before her like a shadow breaking into light, tall, precise, dressed in a black three-piece suit that looked like it cost more than her entire student loan. His hair was dark, neatly combed, and his face, handsome, yes, but sharpened into angles that made him almost inhuman. His eyes were the worst part, cold, calculating, as if he'd already decided everything before even opening his mouth. "Yes," she said slowly. "That's me. I'm Cassian Drayke." He extended a hand. "May I sit?" She hesitated, then nodded. His palm was cold. His grip was firm. "I assume you know why I'm here," Amara blinked. "I don't. Should I?" Cassian studied her for a beat too long. "You're 24, top of your class in criminal law at Eastgate. Your parents died in a house fire when you were 17. You have a brother in state care, Micah Vale, age 8. Your apartment is 3 months past due and scheduled for eviction in exactly 1 week." Her stomach dropped. "You were recently offered a job at Sandhill Legal but declined it because it required relocation and you can't leave Micah behind. And you have no living relatives willing to take him in. Are you stalking me?" She snapped, but her voice faltered. "No," he said coolly. "I'm offering you a solution." Cassian reached into his coat and slid a black envelope across the table. The seal shimmered faintly, a silver D embedded in wax. "What is this?" "A marriage contract," he said without blinking. 1 year, strictly confidential. In return, you'll receive full financial independence and legal custody of your brother." Amara stared at him, then laughed, a sharp, humorless sound. "You're insane. You'd be surprised how many sane people do insane things when they're desperate." She stood, grabbing her coat. "I'm not interested in selling myself to a stranger for a paycheck. I'm not offering a paycheck." His voice was velvet steel. "I'm offering salvation." That stopped her. He didn't look smug, he looked like a man used to getting what he wanted. She sat back down, heart thundering against her ribs. "Why me?" she asked quietly. "You fit the profile," he replied. "Educated, clean record, no criminal TIs, good public image, and most importantly, no one will come looking when you disappear into my world." His honesty was like a slap. "You really think I'd agree to something like this?" "I think you will," Cassian said, voice almost gentle now. "Because you don't have many options left, and I'm the only one offering to give you everything you want in one signature. And what do you get?" Cassian looked down at his hands, then back up. "A wife. One who understands boundaries. A pretend marriage." His eyes flickered. "Legally binding. Intimate only when required. You'll have your own room. Your own life. But under my name." "Why?" "That's not part of the agreement," he said coolly. Amara stared at the black envelope like it might burn her. "I'm not a prostitute." "No," he agreed. "You're a desperate woman with a drowning brother, and I'm giving you a lifeline. Take the envelope. Read the terms. You have 24 hours. He rose and buttoned his coat. "One more thing, Miss Vale." She looked up. "If you say no, I'll disappear. You won't find me again. And your brother goes to foster care next month. Do what you will with that." Then he was gone. Swallowed by the mist outside, back in her apartment, Amara sat in silence, her coat still on, the black envelope in her hands like a weight she couldn't throw away. Micah's drawings were scattered across the kitchen table, scribbles of monsters, superheroes, and stick figure families, a broken family. That's what they were. She poured herself a glass of water but didn't drink it. Her heart thudded as she broke the seal on the envelope. The contract was typed in flawless legalese, but the meaning was clear. 1-year marriage. No romantic obligation. Monthly allowance. 50,000. Legal guardianship of Micah transferred within 30 days. Full debt clearance. One clause in bold. No breaking the NDA or attempting to terminate the agreement prematurely. There were clauses about media, reputation, property, even exit strategies after the year was over. Everything was airtight, too airtight. She thought of her mother, how she used to brush her hair and whisper, "Never give yourself to someone who sees you as a price tag," but her mother was dead, and Micah was in danger of being lost to a system that didn't care. The next morning, Amara found herself standing in front of the same skyscraper she once walked past on her way to class. Drayke Tower. Security didn't question her. They escorted her to the 60th floor, to a private office where Cassian Drayke sat behind a desk of black marble, looking like a king on a throne of shadows. "You came." Amara handed him the signed contract. "On one condition." His brow lifted slightly. "I'm listening. I want Micah moved out of the group home today. He stays with me, or it's off." Cassian stood. "Done. And I want full say over what happens to him after this marriage ends." He walked toward her slowly. "You'll have it. But remember something, Amara." His voice dipped lower. "This isn't just a marriage of paper. Once you're mine, I don't share. I don't pretend. And I don't let go easily." She swallowed. "I'm not afraid of you," she lied. Cassian smiled darkly, his gaze pinning her to the floor. "You should be." They married that night in a courthouse under fluorescent lights, with 2 silent bodyguards as witnesses. No kisses, no rings, just ink, cold hands, and binding words. Mrs. Amara Drayke, her world had ended, or perhaps it had just begun.